Hello and welcome to the business edition of PM Express. My name is Philip Nanfuri. Tonight we'll be giving you a sample or a wrap of events on day one at Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show, which happened at the National Theatre earlier on in the day. We're going to sample different exhibitors here. We're going to speak to private health insurers, we're going to speak to nutritionists, we're going to speak to researchers, different exhibitors here to bring you different parts of the health and wellness industry in Ghana, so that you and I can be better informed and can learn something. So, I'll start off with the private health insurer and then our conversation will continue. All I ask is that you stay tuned so that you and I can learn something. My name again, Philip Nanfuri, and this is the business edition of PM Express. Right, so we're here with Isaac Nate. He's the Business Development Manager, Nationwide Medical Insurance. And he's going to tell us more about the private health insurance industry, where we've come from, where we are going, and what needs to change, particularly to make you and I better when it comes to our health and wellness. And it's all part of the Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show happening here at the National Theatre. So, Isaac, thank you much for joining us.
All right, thank you for being on the show.
So, first question, private health insurance. We know we have the national health insurance that complements what you guys are doing, or I would say you guys are a complement to what the national health insurance is doing. Private health insurance, how far will you say you guys have come?
Okay, so for the past, I should say the industry is young. We are just about 16 years old. When we started, Nationwide is one of the companies that started the industry. We were just about 4 players in the industry, but 16 years on, we are now counting close to about 20 players in the industry, with our total membership of about 200,000 members. So we have quite not covered the milestone that we anticipate we could. The market is still large, we have not covered that much. So there's more to be done by all players in the industry. There are some challenges here and there that we believe if we are able to surmount those challenges, we can do better than what we are doing now. But give or take, as you said, we have really complemented the activities of the National Health Insurance that was put in place by President Kufuor some years back. Yes.
Okay, you mentioned the numbers you have, 200,000 and over. Yes. I'm sure you want more in there. What currently is going on for you guys to rope in more people to the private health insurance?
Okay, so a matter of fact, what we've realized is that the numbers are really in the informal sector, where we can rope on individuals, and that place decision taking is very easy. You could just walk to an individual and quickly they take the decision. For the corporate world, sometimes it could take over a year before you could get a corporate entity to take a decision. The masses are really in the informal sector. So what we have done now is to introduce a new product called My Health, where an individual or the family members can just rope on, and we believe by that we can enroll in the millions, so we will grow the numbers in the industry. Yes.
Okay, one key part of insurance has got to do with payment of premiums and claims. Let's start off with premiums. Even with motor insurance, general insurance, life insurance, people complain about premium payments. With the health insurance industry, how is that structured to ensure that I can pay what I have and I don't have a burden? How is that structured?
Okay, so we envisage a similar challenge with the health insurance sector. So for us, I can speak for Nationwide. What we have done is that for corporate entities, we know cash flow is an issue and they're also trying to manage their finances. So what we do is that we try to give them flexible payment terms so they could pay on a quarterly basis, semi-annual or an annual basis. There are some organizations who even tell us that they want to pay on a monthly basis. So we are that flexible. We allow them even to pay on a monthly basis. As and when they get the money, they just pay. But for the individuals and the family packages that we have set, what we do is that individuals can pay on a daily basis, and it's as low as 1 Ghana cedi. So anybody can just pay every day 1 Ghana cedi, and you get access to healthcare. That easy, that simple.
And then I would think that would be fantastic to help the low-income earners in the informal sector. Another part of this is the claims part. Again, with general insurance, there's always the problem of going to claim. I know the NIC on that side has made some adjustments to it, but you guys are under the National Health Insurance Authority. So what is the claims industry like when it comes to the health insurance?
Okay, it used to be a big challenge where our service providers needed to fill manual forms, bring it to us. Sometimes you can't see the writing. Someone has written 9, you can't really see it properly. So you are not sure even what figures they have put in there. you have to send it back to them, they have to rectify things, and all of this causes delay with regards to payment of claims. What we have done is to put in systems, technology, to rectify all of this. So now, as the service, you walk to the service providers and you're authenticated electronically. Your details are put into a computer, everything is checked. Whilst they are taking care of you, they are just entering your claims. So real times, your claims hit our server, our team is able to vet real time, and we are able to make payment. So that seemingly has resolved that challenge of payment of claims, and the service providers, I must say, are very happy. As we speak now, nationwide, we've put about 95% of all our service providers on this electronic platform, and it has eased our payment of claims to them. They are very happy, and our clients are also very happy.
So I see here ease of claiming, ease of doing private health insurance. And then I see that also you guys are pushing in the informal sector, which is very necessary in all parts of our economy, with tax and everything. Yeah. Now, I want to move on to growth of the industry. You mentioned about 20 players so far. What do you want to see change from the perspective of 1, the regulator, 2, the practitioners, and 3, us, the clients or the consumers?
Okay, so for the clients, what we want is honesty. I mean, some people abuse the system. They think that because I have health insurance, even if I am not well, because I have health insurance, I should just go and immediately you visit the hospital, you generate a claim. So we should go as and when we need it. So the funds can be secured as and when those who really need it will require healthcare, then the funds can take care of them. So abuse is a big challenge. We want the clients to really demystify their thinking of what health insurance is. Once I have a card, I should just walk to the hospital. Use it only when you need it, so we can secure the funds and take care of others. For the competitors, what I would say is that some are not playing by the rules, right? One major challenge that has lingered over the years has to do with undercutting.
Can you explain that to me before you proceed?
Okay, undercutting basically is there's a benchmark that the regulator has set, that the barest minimum package you can offer on the market is 1,000 Ghana cedi. But believe you me, you could get competitors offering that same package for close to 500 Ghana cedi, 600 Ghana cedi, which is not realistic. It doesn't make actuarial sense to present such a package. So you could go make a pitch, the client will understand that the 1,000 cedi is the actuarially determined premium to be paid. Your competitor, because they just want to win business, will go in there, say, don't give it to this service provider. I can give you the same package at 600 Ghana cedi, which is not fair. And it is not a realistic price to deliver quality healthcare. But it goes on in the industry. So moving on to what the regulator ought to do, I think they need to put in measures to regulate some of these, I'll call it illegal activities that goes on within the industry, so that these benchmarks that have been set will really be adhered to, so all of us can play by the game, so we can deliver quality service to our clients, so they don't give bad name to the industry in general. Yeah.
So for you, the key thing will be solving and undercutting that will bring some fair playing ground to the industry. Apart from that, is there anything else that you want us to know when it comes to private health insurance and doing business in Ghana?
So one thing I think we also ought to know is that the service provider sort of is regulating the market now. I say the hospitals, pharmacies, diagnostic centers, it is their market. So often there is no benchmark as to if a service provider comes on board, how much are they charging nationwide? How much are they charging the rest of our competitors? So we know that all of us have a fair tariff operating across. It is somewhat your ability to negotiate and bargain, then you get a tariff to play with. But if we will get an association that can speak to say that all service providers, when they come to dental service, when they come to surgery, these are the benchmark by which you should charge tariffs, then it will make the industry very clean, very sanitized. All of us can play in a very decent industry. Yes, and our clients will be very happy accessing healthcare from us.
So finally, is the future for the private health insurance industry in Ghana bright?
It is extremely bright. The market is huge. We have not covered even 70% of what we are capable of doing. What I'll say is that Nationwide is setting the pace, using technology to make access to healthcare convenient. Now, when you walk to the hospital and you access healthcare, just as your ATM, you get a text message telling you that these were the services you got. so nobody can manipulate how much you were supposed to have received at the end. So the industry is bright, there's more to be done, and if we get the regulations right, we get the players acting right, I'm sure we'll be able to serve Mother Ghana well and complement the activities of the NHIS.
Isaac, I thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure, and thank you for interviewing me.
So that was Isaac Nate. He's a business development manager, Nationwide Medical Insurance, taking us through what they are doing to ensure that private health insurance in Ghana is robust. And like you heard him say, there's more room for improvement. And my name is Philip Nanfuri. Okay, so we've spoken to a private health insurer, a practitioner, to run us through how the health insurance industry is growing. Now I want to look at eating. Yes, food. It's time for lunch, I must say, or time for dinner. But anyway, we'll be finding out how exactly eating can be made better. Healthy eating, to be specific. And we're going to speak to GB Health Solutions Salad Master. And I have Bafo Ofriata to run us through when they started, what's their unique selling proposition, and how they want to change the eating industry. Because, you know, we are very stubborn when it comes to our eating habits. We are stuck in our ways. And I must say, I just had a bit of both fruits before doing this interview. So you can imagine how stuck we are in our ways. But Bafo wants to change that for us. So you tell us what exactly GB Health Solutions Salad Master seeks to achieve in the Ghanaian eating industry. And more importantly, or most importantly, the health and wellness industry, as we are the Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show. So Bafo, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Philip.
Okay, so I want to start off with a bit of history. When did all this GB Health Solutions Salad Master start?
All right, so first of all, I'd like to take it from the aspect of Salad Master. Salad Master is a 73-year-old company. I mean, started in America and is currently in 65 plus countries. In Ghana, there are a number of dealerships. I belong to the GB Health Solutions dealership. And we started March 2015. So we've been around for in our fourth year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly, in terms of objectives or goals, do you seek to achieve when it comes to eating properly?
All right. So Philip, if you even forget how I look like, or if your viewers forget how I look like, we're here to turn every kitchen, okay, in Ghana into a clinic. That's what we want to do, because the kitchen is a very powerful spot in the home. But because of the kinds of things we put there, at the end of the day, it ends up giving us sicknesses. I'd want to give you some stats. So from 2015, okay, in the urban areas, so Accra, Takoradi, Kumasi, 4 million Ghanaians were found to be diabetic. And this is from the Ghana Diabetes Association. So to put that in context, it means that in 2015, out of every 7 Ghanaians you met in the urban areas, 1 was diabetic. High blood pressure, as at 2015, was like the highest. It was the 3rd leading cause of death. Currently, it's like one of the leading causes of death. So Salad Master basically seeks to show people that through our cooking, we've come up with a very simple, healthy way of cooking, where you cut down on the usage of oils and fats in your cooking. Maximize 93% of the nutrition in your food. Simply put, we help you turn your food into medicine every time you eat. Okay, so that's how we go about. We save on 70%, 50% of your food preparation time. Because a lot of Ghanaian women waste a lot of their lives in their kitchen. With Salad Master, you enter into a kitchen, and for a meal like, let's say, contomere stew, chicken, cake, and all of that, you're doing all of that in 30 minutes. Because currently there are so many career women out there, and what they need, what they have limited is their time. So by using our healthy cooking systems, you can save on your time for cooking. You're maximizing 93% of the nutrition in your food. You're saving 70% on your gas. And then you're eating with a peace of mind. And then you're also saving on food, because you use very little food, and then you get a lot at the end. So those are some of the things we can start with for now.
Okay, so I detect a high level of efficiency in what you're doing with the cooking systems. I will assume the cooking systems will come with utensils and other stuff. But before we get to that, let me play a bit of a negative side, bad cop, if I may call it that. throughout history, our mothers and fathers have been cooking, have been eating, and our grandfathers, great-grandfathers lived long lives, 80 plus, 90 plus. What exactly is changing today that we need to start eating healthy? Because they've been doing it, and we've had them in our lives. My grandmother passed after 80. I would say that that's a long life. What's changing now that we need to start eating healthy? Because it's been done, and why all of a sudden we must change?
That's a very good question, Philip. So when it comes to healthy eating has changed, it's been radical. It's been really, really, when you talk about our grandmothers and our grandfathers, they didn't used to use oils. I mean, very simple stuff. So the advent of oils has been like very recent. During our grandfathers, the best they would do is, cook, let's say palm nut oil. But currently we have all kinds of oils and we use them too much, excess usage. We are basically saying that the foods already have oils in them. So when you use our way of cooking, you are basically using the oils in the foods to cook themselves. Can you imagine frying chicken without oil? And comparing it to the conventional way of cooking, where we put loads and loads of oils in there. And these things go inside us, give us cholesterol issues, high blood pressure. So that's the difference. Our grandmothers, and they were not overcooking their foods. Currently, we overcook our foods. So we're trying to get us back to the old school in a more efficient way.
Okay, so you mentioned the Salad Master way of cooking, and by extension, GB Health Solutions. So I will assume with cooking, when I go to my kitchen, I have my stove, I have my cylinder connected, I have my utensils. What's the Salad Master way of cooking? Does it come with utensils? Does it come with ingredients? Or a mix of the both? What's this exactly?
Very good question once again, Philip. So the Salad Master way of cooking is largely the utensils we use. Okay, we use 316 surgical stainless steel mixed with titanium. So when you see someone wearing braces, it's the same metal. That's what we use for the inner of the cookware. So you're talking about cookware that would never rust, that would never corrode, that would never chip. Philip, there are people who have used our cookware for 45 years. It's a family heirloom. This person uses it, passes on to another generation. Because what we put in our bodies are so important. That's what we normally forget. You can go into very ultra-modern homes, they buy all kinds of gizmos, the latest gadgets and all of that. But you look at the cookware they use, and they use old cookware. We are saying that what goes into your body, even let's say you're eating organic food, but you are cooking from a contaminated cooking surface. Philip, what kind of food do you think you're going to get in the end? Bad food. So it's more cooking utensils. We have a food processor which can, prepare salads in a very short period of time. And we'll show it to you when we go back to our stand.
I am really looking forward to seeing that. But before we do that, so getting into a market, selling to people is difficult, particularly in the Ghanaian culture where meal time is a happy time. I just said before I came for this interview, I was having some buffet, or as some call it, beef loaf. Yeah. So how are you going to delve into the culture and make the shift? What are you going to tell us that will get people like me to come get the utensils, buy it? What are you guys going to do? How are you going to sell to us?
Very good question. So we are basically saying that Salad Master way of cooking doesn't mean that you are going to eat drab, boring food. No, you're going to get you to eat your food. I mean, pork lovers can get their pork, whatever, all kinds of food, but you're going to eat it with the maximum nutrition. That's it. So we're not saying that you're going to eat very food, like boring food. No, it's still mouth-watering, yummy food, but you're going to get to eat it in a very healthy way. And we are making inroads in the Ghanaian market. A lot of homes are, latching onto our product because people want to live long. After working so hard, do you want to go home with sickness? Hell no. You want to make sure that, you are being around to be able to impact lives and generations. So our tagline is, we change life. Okay, so that's it. The Ghanaian culture, people are getting onto the idea. People have gotten to the point where they realize that, look, my body is not an oil container. I can't just keep stuffing myself with oil and expect that I don't have cholesterol issues, I don't have high blood pressure issues, diabetes, and so people, the shift would say it's gradual, but we are really out there to push it very hard.
And speaking of pushing, we're going to take a look at how exactly they are going to put together their stuff. So, Bafo operator will show us. I want you to keep your eye focused on the utensils and the stuff we're going to use to cook. So, come along and watch me. Okay, so Bafo.
We'll start from here. Okay. One straight in your kitchen.
Okay.
So he's going to show us how he does it. He's going to do quick salads for you in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting, I must say. Very fancy looking device. I don't know if it has a name.
It's called the amazing food processor.
Amazing indeed.
Yeah. So these are cones or cutters. This is what he's going to cut the salads on. Okay. This is like a salad bowl. And then it fits onto the surface by these 3 suction parts. The top is detachable, okay? The top is detachable, he can detach it. And then the handle, you just turn it, and you see just 1 turn of it is equal to 7 to 8 professional chefs chopping at the same time, yeah? And he'll just show you shortly. So he's going to use carrots. Okay. Kachin, we haven't peeled nothing.
And this carrot is actually not peeled, right? We've not peeled this carrot, right? It's only washed to give it a thorough wash or bath. You get it?
If you can tell listeners.
Peeled it because this grows under the soil or under the earth, and anything or any crop or vegetable that grows under the soil has its vitamins, minerals hidden right under its skin. So the moment you peel, you are actually giving out the goodness or the vitamins away, you get it. So I'm just going to show you how it works on the food processor.
Okay, so, and voila.
Easy to use.
Carrots done.
And it's actually free, so carrots done. We cut our apple. Just wash your apple. Just wash it like that. You place it on the cone and you keep winding. So you see how it goes. So just like he said.
Just like that.
Exactly.
And it's done.
It's done.
So, as simple as that.
As simple as ABC.
Okay.
So we go to our cabbage. Okay, but before I cut the cabbage, I want to show you something.
Okay.
So,
One more and then let me see what's on my left.
exactly. Now you see what happens in people's homes are that when they are actually cutting their cabbage, they take out this core. God actually purposefully placed it there to degas you. Most people eat this and they feel gastrous in their tummy. So this contains pepsin, or which medics use it for Pepto-Bismol. So that one can degas you when you eat your cabbage. So this is how I'm going to shred a bit of it with the cone 1. Right? And then take it off. Go to cone 5 just to shred the cabbage. That is how fast this machine actually also works. So with Salad Master, you don't actually waste your food and you don't waste any time as well. And we've got a lemon dressing. Yes, for the salad. So you cut into 2 lemon. The zest, okay, is good for potency in men, and then at the same time for prostate cancer in men. So I'll just shred a little bit of that also into it. And then give it a lemon dressing, which is good for flavor and then high vitamins in your salad. So there you go.
Okay. So carrots, apples, cabbages, and lemons.
And you are good.
Okay. Now I see something fancy on my left. I see what I'll call fish in a pan. Bafo, tell us what's going on.
All right, so I think Angela will handle that. She's called Angela. She's also one of our finest consultants. Over to you, Angela.
Okay, Angela, tell us what's going on in this lovely pot or pan of yours.
Okay, right now we are frying the natural oils present in the fish out of it. So we don't need oil to fry the fish once more, just to reduce the oil intake that causes all the lifestyle diseases. Now this is the electric oil core skillet, and this is the electric piece. I can actually touch it without being electrocuted. Okay, and it's consumed just 85% per hour of use.
Okay.
Yeah. and it has silicone gel that heats the whole surface. Okay, that's how come I'm not being electrocuted. It's an amazing, we call it a bad boy.
Okay, so Bafo, I see a lot of efficiency from this. I see efficiency from this, even with the power consumption. What do you have to tell people of Ghana who are watching us?
So what we want to tell the people of Ghana is Salad Master, GB Health Solutions, and all the other dealerships. We have partner dealerships who are around as well. We are changing lives. Sorry, and we are doing that by helping people turn their kitchen into clinics. Okay, so when you have any of our consultants speak to you and try to book you for a dinner, tell you what they are saving you so much. So to tell our listeners, for a whole year, nobody in my home has been to hospital. I have 3 lovely daughters, and it didn't used to be like that. And it's largely because our nutrition has changed at home. So if you want to save on your medical bills, you know what? Make sure you see a Salad Master presentation. If you want to save on your gas bills, in 2 months, the gas I used to use in 3 weeks, I'm using that in 2 months now. Don't you want that, Philip? 50% of your food preparation time, you're saving it, you're putting very good food into your body. Salad Master is here to change lives, and we want the people of Ghana to latch onto our products. And we have very flexible payment plans that they can, so every home can get Salad Master cookware in there.
Bafo, thank you very much for your time. So that was Bafo Oforiata. He's a senior consultant, GB Health Solutions, Salad Master. And we're going to move on to something else. We looked at private health insurance, we looked at good eating. Let's see what's next at the Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show, National Theatre. Okay, so this is our third session or our third interview or our third discussion. We looked at health insurance, we looked at healthy eating. Now I want to look at a holistic health or wellness approach as we look at Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show at the National Theatre. So I'm here with Christine Chu of Cedar Lane Health Foods, as you can see, Life Wellness Holistic Center. And she's going to run us through, as I'm sure you can see, some fancy, well-packaged products behind me. And why should we be concerned about eating healthy? I mean, like I said, I just had some buffalo this afternoon, and I'm full. And I'm sure I'll have some rice later on in the day, and the eating goes on and on and on. But we're being asked and urged to change the way we eat. Apart from this, she has what we call pranic healing. I don't know what it's about, but they say it's spiritual healing. We'll look at that too.
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so first and foremost, I see fancy products behind me. What's all this about? How does this contribute to our well-being?
All right, okay, so we believe that food is medicine. All right, from the very beginning of time, man used food to heal himself, all right? So we're looking at a more natural approach. So when you say these fancy things, these are just natural products. That's what it is. And we believe that instead of waiting to get sick to heal, we want you to be able to live a healthy lifestyle so you don't get sick in the first place.
Okay, so I see in your submissions, prevention is better than cure.
That's it.
Now, I look at the stuff and I see cedar gourd tea, I see white pepper, white peppercorns, if I'm right. I see nice packaging, and you've put the prices on them. This is a big question that comes up when it comes to healthy eating, healthy living, affordability. Would you regard these as affordable?
Oh, definitely, because like we're saying, food is medicine. So if you can use something that sustains you anyway, that you need to eat every day, and that can double as something that keeps the doctor away or doesn't make you ill, then it is very affordable. Yes, we've done it. We've done it so that it's not expensive because it's natural. There's no other additives and no side effects. I'm actually a pharmacist by profession. All right, so for me, it's just moving from the chemical medication to a natural medication, all right, which has lower side effects and no drug interactions. So it's a no-brainer for me.
Okay, apart from affordability, one thing that pops up in the Ghanaian culture is the cultural mindset itself. We are a bit stuck in our ways, if I may say so. Breaking the barriers to sell such products to people. Can you share with us your experience?
To be honest with you, quite a lot of people are gravitating to more natural healthy, organic living. I've come from the two worlds. It just so happens that when I was doing my pharmacy, my thesis was based on plant medicine. So I've had a fascination for plant medicine for a very long time. What people know is medicine. Medicine can be different things. What we try and do with a holistic approach is that it's just not physical. Emotional states can cause physical ailments. Mental states can cause physical ailments. And when we say spiritual, holistic care, we're not talking about standing in church doing, that's not what we mean. We mean, is it right with your soul? Are you doing what you're here to do? Have you found your life's purpose? That's what encompasses our spiritual well-being. Because if you don't know what you're about and what you're here for and what you want to do, you're not really in balance. So in a holistic approach, we want to make sure that we've dealt with your physical, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual well-being. All right.
Okay, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. I want to focus on the spiritual. You mentioned that it's not about going to churches and dancing and all that. What's this spiritual healing about?
Okay, pranic healing is not, I don't know why you guys have called it spiritual healing. Pranic means aura, okay? Everybody has an aura, am I right? Every being has an aura. So some people find it easier to call it your spirit being, all right? But it's the aura that is around us, it's energy. So we like to call pranic healing, it's energy medicine. So there's always an energy around every being, all right? I'll give you a typical example. Sometimes you can go into a room and you're standing with somebody and all of a sudden you feel very drained. You say that, this person, I really don't. Or you can go somewhere, you're standing with somebody and you're so energized, you have this connection with the person, you feel really good. It's the energy, all right? And our energy, the energy body around us can translate, if it's good or it's bad, if we have a good energy body, it translates to our physical being. So pranic healing is a non-touch healing therapy where we deal with your aura. We treat your aura to help the physical and vice versa. So sometimes your physical ailments can translate into your energy body. So that's where we heal.
And so if I ask you to show us what this pranic healing is about, can you do that?
Oh yes, we've got pranic healing. Because we do pranic healing at the center, we're doing some pranic healing here today. So,
okay, so Christine is going to show us what exactly this pranic healing is about. Take a look. So now we have what is called the pranic healing going on, but Christine will give us the further and better particulars. Christine.
Okay, so what he's doing now is he's scanning the aura. He's trying to find out how far away, how big this client's aura is, so that based on that he can determine whether there's any depletion or whether there's any congestion. And what he's doing now is that at every time he needs to clean, he cleans his hands, and you can see at the bottom there's a bowl of salt water. So what it does is, because we're working with energy, you're cleaning the negative energy and it needs to be disposed of. And we dispose it in salt water because that disintegrates dirty energy. All right. So what he's doing now is he's cleaning the aura now. He cleans it around the body and then he cleans his hands and puts it into the salt water.
It's very fancy, if I might say.
There are different types. At the moment, he's doing like a general, we call it sweeping. We're sweeping and cleaning the aura. After generalized sweeping, then we can do like a localized sweeping. The body, apart from the aura, if I go into details, there are different chakras, we have to clean them all, and then we energize. Because we are surrounded by energy, we get energy from the sun, we get energy from the ground, all right? That is where, when we're energizing prana into somebody, we take it from the sun, we take it from the air, all right? So we are constantly surrounded by energy, positive, negative. And pranic healing is to be able to use the positive energy get rid of negative and give positive.
So that was Christine Chu, Cedar Lane Health Foods and Life Wellness Holistic Center, running us through a different part of healing. Right, so this is our final part of our segmented PM Express Business Edition. My name is Philip Nanfuri, and my last guest, her name Iris Mensah Anane. She's the CEO of V&V Health and Wellness, and she calls herself a health and wellness coach. She's going to take us through bits and pieces of having a better life. We'll look at some of her products and see how they affect the health and wellness of your life. So this is our last part of PM Express Business Edition, and I'm going to move straight to talk to our guest, Iris. Iris, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so health and wellness coach, like you call yourself. Interesting one. We always hear of life coaches, etc., football coaches. What does a health and wellness coach do exactly?
Health and wellness coach actually coach people to be healthy and be well. To be healthy and be well are two different things. So it's a holistic, total approach. We take it from inner and outer look. So you'll be healthy. Lately, everybody want to look, be size 12 or size 2. Everybody cannot be size 0. People can be size 14 and still be beautiful and be healthy. So our main goal is to help people to live healthy and beautiful life.
Okay, there is always this notion that if you are slim, it means you are healthy, and once you are big, you are not healthy. What do you have to tell us about that?
That is a myth, because you can be a slim person and have a high cholesterol over the roof. You can be a very big person and your cholesterol will be low. I'm using cholesterol because that's one of the components we look at for being healthy in sizes. If you're eating well, exercising, and doing the healthy stuff you're supposed to do, you will be big. You can be sizable and still be healthy. Some people might be the tiny people you see, very small people, but they might have their blood work. When you do blood work on them, you'll be amazed what you see. So it's not just the look, it's what's really it's in you. Scientifically, that's why we do blood work and other checks to know what's going on. So you just don't base healthy or looks to be like that's health.
Okay, speaking of health, I look at some of your products. I see ginger, and I hear ginger helps you lose weight. I see apple cider, and I also hear that helps you lose weight. Talk to us about these products that you have, and generally, is it really true that these products can help you lose weight?
Yes, ginger has an added. So ginger, it's one of the ingredients that speed up metabolism. So taking ginger will help increase your metabolism system. Instead of you chewing on biscuits and others, if you want to live healthy and want to lose weight, ginger is one thing we recommend as your snack, because chewing on ginger will help lose weight, yes, because it increases your metabolic system and it's good for digestive system. Apple cider does both. Apple cider does not only help people lose weight, but it helps in your metabolic system. It increases your immune system. It helps decreasing the high cholesterol that we always talk about. Apple cider vinegar, it's really powerful to supplement. As we are aging, it's not everything you can get in from food or medication. So supplements are key, because those are the ingredients that they put, like apple cider vinegar has the active ingredients are very powerful in aiding weight loss and healthy living. Your immune system, like I said earlier.
So apart from these ginger, apple cider, what again can help us on our path to a healthy living or living with wellness, if I can say so?
Okay. At VNV, we have a tea called California tea. It's very good for people like you who have a long work schedule that cannot exercise or cannot diet properly and sometimes have to still go home and eat late because madam prepared the food and you have to eat. We have a California tea that helps detoxify your system. Also, my take thing for everybody is you always have to watch what you eat and you always have to make time to exercise. Those two things are your key healthy living.
So when you look at the youth, the grown-ups, what do you have to tell us? Because now times have changed. People are busy, like you said. Meal times have changed. People eat a lot of junk food here and there. As a coach, ensuring that we have the goals in life, like comparing it to a football coach, make sure that his team has scored. As a coach in the health and wellness space, tell us something that will stick in our minds in this interview.
What I want everybody to take home with is that you can be size 14, you can be size 2, but you want to be healthy. What I want us to think of is don't follow blindly and think because you're busy, you have to pick up junk food like fast food. And I'm not trying to put anybody's business down, but things like fast food, like the chicken, the fried rice, the jollof, like every day, to be your everyday meal is not good. The carbohydrate, you have to consider how much carbohydrate you're putting in you. So if you can package your food and bring to work and do lunch at work, I'm sure every employee will allow lunch at work for you to eat your heavy meal at work, your lunchtime, and then when you get home, do something light. Because our elderlies, maybe they didn't have time, so now they're with pain, diabetes, hypertension, and all that. It's good for the youth to take a clue from that and start living healthy now, so that as you're approaching 50 and 60, you're still healthy. So I think my advice to the youth is start living healthy now. Don't wait till you retire. Don't wait and say, oh, I don't have time right now. I would do it when I'm 40. Remember, when you hit 40, it's difficult to lose weight. It's difficult to do other things. So it's good to start now. And the elderly too, it's not late. So long as you're alive, you still have life. We should be able to maintain the rest of the life they have by, visiting places like the dietitians, doing regular checkups, like their doctors. They should make sure every year you don't wait till you're sick to visit your doctor.
Iris, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Nice talking to you.
So that was Iris Mensah Anane. She's the CEO of VNV Health and Wellness, and she likes to call herself a health and wellness coach. My name is Philip Nanfuri, and this has been the business edition of PM Express. 4 different segments on private health insurance, on healthy eating, on alternative healing, and finally on health and wellness coaching for you to have a better life at the Joy Business Health and Wellness Trade Show, where we've had all these discussions. I thank you for your time.